Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to our Nurse in the Kitchen. Happy Friday to y'all. This is your friend, Chef Nurse Maggie. Today we are going to make the infamous pate. Okay. So ingredients, you're gonna need like a small onion that we're gonna be dicing. Dicing small. So now we're gonna add that to our pan. Medium heat. And you know the drill, we don't want to burn our onions. Now you know when you're cooking, we're going to add some garlic. But remember, if you're cooking with onions and garlic, you want to try to put the onion in first, okay? Just because the garlic cooks so fast that if you put the garlic first, it will burn. So I've seen, you know, on TV, people putting them together. But my preference is to do the onion first. How have you been? I am determined to keep my videos short these days, so I'm not going to be showing you every single step. We're going to take some shortcuts so that we don't have like a 45-minute video. So now that the onion is just cooking, it's going to sweat. I'm going to be chopping the garlic. Fresh garlic, you know me, I don't use powdered stuff. So, but if that's what you use, hey, there's no shame in your game. I am not here to criticize you. I'm just telling you what I do. Alright? Now, pate is just a pastry. And in the second part of the video, I will show you what I use. Typical Haitian pates, people roll their dough, you know, fold and roll. And you know, I could do that, but you know what? I'm a busy woman. I don't have time to do all that rolling and folding. So I take shortcuts, and I will tell you that. Because I also see very famous chefs on TV take shortcuts as well. Okay? I don't think I'm gonna win any medals if I just slave and spend hours, you know, getting something that is 110% authentic. I try to be as natural as I can. But you know what? The pates that I make, people like them, so I'm okay with that. It doesn't look exactly like the ones that they make. And of course, that one is really fattening. You have to put the lard in it and the butter. Anyway. Alright, so that looks about good now. So at this point, you can use meat. Because the one I'm doing today, I'm using some ground beef, okay? And the ground beef I'm using is probably like 80-20. 80-20 means it's about 80% meat and 20% fat. Again, this is not one of those things that you say you want it to be really low fat, because something like pate, a low fat is not going to taste good. Alright, so we're gonna chop this off. I kind of turn the heat up a little bit. Now that my onion is all nice and sweated, it's soft, it's translucent, it's not burnt, as you can tell. Okay, you know, 2 cloves of garlic. You may ask how much meat. It all depends on how many pates you want to make. The box that I use, I can get 18 out of it. So if I was doing the whole box, I probably would use a little bit more. So I'm talking, this is about 1 pound of ground beef. And again, you want to get good quality meat. Don't go to Walmart and get your meat. Go to Publix or Whole Foods. That's where I go. You know, in cooking, you get what you pay for, okay? You can't scrunch on quality. When I was in school, they would tell you that whenever there is a crop, for example, the fancy restaurant get the crème de la crème, so they get the first batch, and then you get places like Whole Foods, then you get Publix, then you may get, I don't know, Winn-Dixie, then you get to Walmart. So that means the quality you know, Walmart, I buy different things, but food, not so much. And it is not really a critic. This is just a preference. Okay. So now I'm going to season my meat, and I'm squeezing a little bit of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice again. If you don't have fresh lemon juice, you could use a little bit of vinegar for acid. Now, when you are trying to build flavor in anything, you always need to have a little bit of acid, all right? Fresh ground pepper. We're gonna have some salt, again, to taste. Again, cooking principle, it's easier to add a little bit. I have a little bit of Scotch bonnet pepper here that I'm going to add just because I like that, but you don't have to. And so when you have meat, the filling for the pate could be anything you want. You can do savory, you can do sweet. So I've made the patties with last weekend for work. I put apples in them. I'll show you one day how I do that. Or you could make them vegetarian. You could do like a mix of just veggies. You know, you could do green pepper, red pepper. You can put some spinach. You know, a nice little green mixture, and then you can fill them with that. But for this traditional patties, I'm doing the ground beef. I usually actually do ground turkey, but I just happened to have some ground beef that I had gotten multiple little packs from Sam's. You know, it was easy. So that looks really good right now. But I want to put a little bit of, I don't have cilantro, but I do have some thyme. So I'm going to just, you know how I do with the thyme, just get the little, what do you call those? get it off the stem. And you can't ever go wrong with thyme. Remember, it's a Caribbean thing, can't help it. Alright, we're gonna put some thyme. If you had cilantro, you could. This is not one where I would put basil. You know, it's a different flavor profile. This is a typical Caribbean dish, so we want to be true to our roots and put the right spice in it. So if I had cilantro, I would, but this looks about ready. So I'm gonna stop right here, and I will see you when I'm ready to fill them up. Okay, my friends, welcome back. I wanted to show you, this is the meat. You know, I tasted it. I added a little bit more acid, and also for flavor, I added a little bit of the complete seasoning. You guys know that I like that one. And then I have Goya. I use adobo sin pimiento. That means it doesn't have hot peppers in it. So it's got a little bit of salt in it, so be careful. And I also added some red pepper flakes. Okay? What can I say? I'm a hot mama. Alright, so now we are going to put the meat. We're gonna put it in here in a pan. You know, it's got like a little bit of oil in it. That's perfect. I haven't added any butter, no, because you know the meat has its own natural juices and fat, which tastes pretty good. And then I'm going to use a spoon, because that is the spoon that I'm going to use to spoon out the meat. All right, this is our filling. So if you had vegetable filling, this is where you would have your vegetables with peppers, onion, spinach, whatever you want, okay? Right here. And then, this is my secret weapon. Ta-da! Pepperidge pastry sheets. I swear by this thing, okay? So in it, now you buy it frozen in the store. It's about $5 a box. So you leave it frozen. If you're gonna make pate in the morning, take it out the night before, put it in the fridge, and it's going to soften up. inside this, you have 2 sets, okay? You see this one, it folds in 3s, and then you have another one. For tonight, we're only gonna use one, so I'm gonna put the rest back in the fridge. But when I'm cooking for a party, I could use like 5 or 6 of these. But it is a little bit time consuming, so you gotta give yourself time. Remember, you cannot rush perfection. So if you want something that is good, and it's going to take you a little bit of time. So, now, I have this pan, which is a 9, Ooh, sorry, hot. This is a 9-inch pan, so I covered it with foil, and it's ready. Ooh, that was hot. I had it sitting on the burner. See, if you're a cook, you get burned. What can I say? Also, we need a knife. Now, you have to figure out how soft you want it, because you don't want this to be too soft. When I'm making like apple turnover, I would take the roll pin and I would roll it a little bit just to stretch it out. But for patties, I don't have to do that. So I'm gonna cut this in 3s. And you're gonna watch how I do that. And then I just cut these in 3s. So that's why you have 9. 3, 6, 9, correct? Now, as you're working on one part of it, the rest of it is going to start getting soft. Now, if it gets really, really soft, it makes it hard to manipulate. So you have to think of your timing. And again, as I always tell you, it's all about practice, right? Okay. Now, I'm going to put the pan, don't touch it again, Maggie, right over here, okay? And then this is what you want to watch me do. I just stretch it out a little bit, okay? Just don't break it, be gentle. And then you're gonna fill it. So you're thinking you have 9. So I have enough here for 9, so I can be generous in how much I put in here. Then you fold, okay? And then you squeeze the end, and leave it as so, all right? So I'm gonna do another one. Just stretch, and again, practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. I remember watching something funny one time. They say Haitian patties need more meat, because traditionally when you buy them commercially, they really don't have a lot of meat in there. But we are doing it for us, so this is gonna have enough meat. So I'm gonna do the rest of it, and then I'll come back. Welcome back, guys. So now we're gonna make an egg wash. I have 1 egg. I'm going to crack it in here. And usually I put like a little bit of water, but because we don't have that many in here, I don't think I need to. So we're just going to whisk it. This is what you call an egg wash, okay? We're gonna use that to paint over the pate, and that's what gives it that nice golden color. All right, so this is what we have. So now we're going to really close the edges. A little bit of cold water, another knife, and then you're just gonna go all around the edges. You just press down. Let me show you. Right here, you just go around, around, and around. Okay? That's how you do the edges. You know, I saw some fancy thing that you roll over it. And you know, I tried to use it last time. It did not work as well as my fork. So, back to the fork I go. Alrighty, so we're going to be doing the rest of them and come back to you. Okay, time for the egg wash. Everything is nice and tight around the edges. So now, what I'm going to do is to just take my egg wash and you just go over them. Not heavy, you don't want to put a lot of eggs on them so that they don't have, you know, scrambled egg on top. You just want to make sure you're giving it. Yep, I had the stove on. It's 375 degrees. You don't want to put your stuff in a cold oven. I don't know. We never did that. Like I said, I think there are some recipes that call for a cold oven. But pretty much you have to warm up your oven. Okay. So now it's going to go in, usually I want to say 15 to 20 minutes. But it depends on your stove. If you have a really hot stove, try to put it in the middle because you don't want the base to get too dark. Oh, I have like a little edge that is popping up. So I have to close it because sometimes that happens. If it pops open, then your filling kind of comes out. So if you were to do this for like a party, you could do this ahead and put it in the fridge. Usually I don't do the egg wash till I'm ready to put it in the oven. But you can fold and put everything in the oven, and then the next day take it out, let it sit for a few minutes, do the egg wash, and you're good to go. Alright guys, here it is. So in the oven it goes, and I'll get back to you when it's all done. Okay friends, here is the finished product. So if I had a lot more, I would put them in a, you know, larger pan. But this is just to show you right now. So we're gonna take them out. And you see they come out really nice and easy. They should not stick. And you notice I didn't even have to spray the pan or the foil because that dough is loaded with butter and it's got enough you know, fat in it, so we didn't have to do that. So this is it. This is the super popular love pate. So you can go home. Well, not go home. You are at home. You can make some. Like I said, the filling could be anything you want. You can do beef, you can do chicken, you can do turkey, and for the kiddos for the summer you can do pepperoni. I've done with pepperoni and put some cheese in there. You can do fruits, you can do peaches, you can do apples, you could, I mean the sky is the limit, okay? The only thing about this dish is like it's not vegan because the dough itself has butter in it. So sorry vegans, but you can make it vegetarian, okay? So I appreciate your attention, and I promise you I will show you how to make the pate, and this is it. So enjoy. Au revoir, à la prochaine.